You mentioned three, two, and one. The three energy centers, the two axles, and the one spit. What are the two axles and one spit then? Yeah, good question. So the two axles, they make up the shoulders and the hips. What meaning could you make of these two? What kind of how does this help you go clubbing or even just feel safer in your body? These are the great joints of the body, the shoulders and the hips, and there's a lot of movement that happens here. So when we're dancing, we have a lot of degrees of freedom by which to use our shoulders and hips. If we're starting, we're tension on the energy centers, upper, middle, or lower, and then we can add in a little flare from these energy centers. And as it pertains to if you're just feeling safer in my body, it's nice to know that I can have attention in this region. So if you were to do this with me, what is it like for you to notice your shoulders and hips right now? Yeah, I guess I noticed that my shoulders are feeling a little tight, a little upright, and my hips a little sagged. Maybe my left hip is even higher than my right. It's kind of interesting. Good, good. And now, what arises with your attention on these areas to the question, what would benefit your experience spaciously right now? Interesting. I notice my shoulders want to roll back just a little bit, almost like I'm not even having to do anything. It's just arising in my experience with my attention on these areas. And by doing that, I also feel my hips kind of reset and align. Good, good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's moving towards spaciousness. Okay, so you start with the three dantians, the three energy centers, and then you move into the two axles. What's up with the one spit? What is this? Yeah, the one spit is about the center point at the tip of the head, going all the way down through the perineum, through the taint, so to speak, down into the earth. So this creates a straight line, a string, so to speak, that keeps you centered and upright. This is the what we call the central channel. And how does this help you remain in your body, feel safe in your body, and make meaning? There's something really juicy about noticing when my central channel becomes aligned. And just like before, we can do this together. Notice that region between the tip of your head and the bottom of your torso, and the between the genitalia and the anus, and then see what arises to the question, what would give rise to more spaciousness here? Interesting. I find myself moving my pelvis back just a little bit, and my head feels like it's setting up a little bit straighter too. Good. So your head is setting up straighter, your pelvis is maybe tucked in a little bit more. And how does that feel spaciously wise? I'm noticing just like a general sense of ease, actually, but like a live ease. Like things aren't just restful, but like they are invigorated as well. That's good. That's what we call a system that is um, well regulating. It's cycling through circulation. It's also inviting in more spaciousness in the nervous system. Okay, so this is related to the nervous system then. Yeah, essentially we're connecting through the spine, and um, but this is the felt experience of the spine, of the central nervous system, from the head through the bottom. And when this is feeling spacious and upright without particular forcing, then our central nervous system has more space by which to operate. It's not stressed any particular way. Okay, but what about I have an injury in my spine. Now that I think about it, it's actually causing me some tension. What do I do about that? Just like all of these particular meditations, we're just noticing what gives rise to more spaciousness. We're not trying to force anything or um, control any part of our noticings. We're just seeing what arises. If it arises that there is tightness in the spine, is there anything that gives rise to a little spaciousness there? And if not, then we simply just leave it and let that also be there. This is the practice, letting it be there. That's what it's meant by being with experience. I feel like you just touched upon a whole different set of topics there, but I think I kind of understand. So you're talking now about meditation, being with something, and fostering spaciousness. So there is an importance I'm hearing of letting things just be there. Okay, and that gives rise to spaciousness somehow. Yeah, in fact, the thing itself is spaciousness. It's none other than spaciousness, but I don't have to get into that right now. What do you, I'm curious, what do you mean? Like what tangent is this? Yeah, this is a tangent on um, the theory of mind, of experience. What I'm trying to say is this is all just spacious awareness and expressions of spacious awareness. That tightness in your low back is also just expressions of spacious awareness. So it can just be there. And it is this just being there that also helps it be reminded as a memory. We're training a memory that this is also just spacious awareness. Okay, I think I would probably need to be unpacked with that. Uh, but I can get behind letting things be there and that feeling better than trying to control it. So I think that's what you're talking about. And yeah, doing that actually does help my spine. I'm realizing most of my tension was trying to make it go away. Yeah, that's good. That's probably better than how I phrased it. Thank you. All right, so we got 3, 2, and 1. I can get behind all of them. There's a certain meaning making behind 3. 2, I kind of understand the meaning. What are the axles, the shoulders and hips? Um, Help me understand that again. Yeah, I don't think I explained this very well, but the great joints of the body hold a lot of tension. Um, the shoulders hold a lot of tension when we caretake a lot, because you can imagine if you're a parent, you're um, doing a lot with your shoulders to hold the child and whatnot. But even into our older age, we're cooking or cleaning and so on and so forth. And the hips can store a lot of trauma as well, not as well, but can store a lot of trauma when it regards to that general area. You can imagine can be quite tense given particular experiences. Okay, I'm hearing that you don't really want to dive into the specifics behind those experiences, but I can kind of get what you're putting down because that is the lower Dantian region as well, associated with, say, reproductive organs and whatnot. Anyway, I understand. Okay, what about the spit then? The one spit. What does this line mean? The one spit is the central line, it's the central channel, which some equate to the vagus nerve. So if the central channel is feeling spacious, then the vagus nerve has room to breathe, to be activated or deactivated. And what it means in more esoteric terms and more spiritual senses of it, it is the line that connects heaven and earth together, or the center of the universe with the center of the earth. And if this line is nice and dandy, then we are a straight shot from heaven and earth. There are no obstructions to source, essentially. Are you telling me that I need to strive towards central channel unobstruction? I'm not saying that in particular. I am just pointing out another map by which to experience and body sensations. All these are about feeling safer in your body.